Hey everyone. How is everyone doing? Hey Christian. Hey Alexander. Hey Wookie. Hey Razor. Hey Mark. Hey Kona. I'm doing alright. A little tired, but you know. Finished movie night a little bit ago. We gave up about halfway through the not even halfway through the room. Because honestly, everyone was kind of wiped after the monstrosity that was House of the Dead, the Uwe Boll movie. It was terrible movies night at my Discord server. We kicked things off with Amsterdam, which was, I would say, fun for about the first half. And it kind of stopped being fun around maybe around the hour and a half mark. What's my name? My name is Zach. I don't think I've made any secret of it. Or maybe I'm lying and that's a fake name to throw you all off. No. But Amsterdam was wonderfully bad. And then we watched Defenders of Cosmos. I believe is its actual name, but we all call it Johnny Destiny Space Ninja because that's what it's on YouTube as, and that's what everyone actually calls it. And it's wonderfully bad. It's a terrible, terrible bootleg anime. Spaceballs isn't bad. Spaceballs is really good. It's a spoof movie. But then after Johnny Destiny Space Ninja, we watched House of the Dead, the Uwe Boll movie. And I think about a quarter of the way through that killed most of our enthusiasm for terrible movies night. Yeah, like, I'd gone into House of the Dead expecting it to be, like, cheesy and, like, a cheesy and dumb action movie that I could really, that would just be full of, like, oh, that's why I thought I saw it turning towards me. I tried to hit shift to run. Ow. The zombies fucking killed me. It's my fault for coming here. This place is full of zombies and the zombies are the worst. That's why in, like... This is going to be terrible. Can't sell in Twitch if you just put it on? I'm sorry? Not sure what you... Oh. Oh, the game isn't on screen yet? That's weird. Okay. That's why, for some reason, it switched me back to my Call of Juarez. It switched me back to my fucking Call of Juarez scene for some reason. Which, wait, let me put some bulletproofing stuff on. Right, I had all this on to heal myself. That's why I'm dying so quickly. I took off all of my bulletproofing. Where's my bulletproofing stuff? Actually, my sprinting stuff, yes. And then 2 for bulletproofing. Okay. So with that, I should be able to sprint the fuck out. There we go. Now I'm able to fucking run. Right, I'm still using the NATO gun, which isn't normally my choice. Normally I stick with the Soviet weapons, but you know, I had no ammo, figured I'd give it a shot. It's been doing me no wrong. There we go. Oh boy. How good is S.T.A.L.K.E.R? I'd say really good. It's not for everyone. It has its problems. You do kind of have to know what you're getting into when you start to play it. What other guns do I have? I'm just going to swap back to this, because I got more ammo for it. And I'm not fighting armored targets anymore. Have a good one, Razor. Can you get S.T.A.L.K.E.R on PS4? No. It was only ever released for PC. Yeah, this one isn't too hard to navigate. Thoughts on Minecraft 1.14? Haven't paid attention to it. Yeah, S.T.A.L.K.E.R was the first S.T.A.L.K.E.R was released in 2007, and that's the one I'm playing. There were talks when S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 was originally announced in like 2011, 2012. There were talks of getting it on Xbox, but that was, you know, Xbox One wasn't out yet. It was still the 360. Did my game just crash? No, okay. Just a weird stutter. Which this game does get sometimes. Did I not just take his gun? Oh no, I just have 2 now. Am I playing modded at all? I have absolute nature and absolute structures in. I have original weapons, which retextures and reanimates a lot of the weapon stuff. I've got Zone Reclamation Project in. I would stream with Autumn Aurora on, which is a really good mod that I quite enjoy. But Autumn Aurora has copyrighted music in it at the campfires, and the copyright holders on those, rather than just claiming a video, which I wouldn't care about, they completely mute the whole thing, which is really annoying. Yeah, not the way I want to go. Yeah, my sleep schedule's been fucked for ages. I'm actually at, like, kind of the best I've been in a long time right now. Is that how to get up to that one stash? Clearly not. I don't really care enough. Actually, right now... Oh, are these the only ones I've got? Well, never mind then. I'll just keep these on. Yeah, I don't have insomnia, I just, like, I have a really hard time staying on any kind of sleep schedule because my obligations are always at weird hours, and I just wind up screwing myself up every time. I'm probably gonna try and call this around maybe 2 a.m. How was the room? We kind of gave up about quarter to halfway in, right after when he goes into the flower shop. Just because we were all kind of done after, we were all very, very done with Bad Movies Night after House of the Dead. House of the Dead killed our enthusiasm. And missing that because of laser tag is a much more worthy cause than The Room. You know, I should set up House of the Dead on MAME. Because I can get... Yeah, it's just loading everyone in. Because I can get, There's someone playing the acoustic version of Against the Ionized Odds in the background. But yeah, I can get, really? I can get a Wii Remote working as a light gun on PC if I set up an adapter, which I'm really tempted to do. I don't know if we will do another Bad Movie Night. The poll is up for the next movie night, and bad movies just stopped being fun really fast. It just dragged on. Let's see if he's got any more missions for us. Not experienced enough. Cool. Right. Am I still considered a rookie? Let me see what I've got. I should probably go sell some shit. Where the fuck is the bar? Ah, it's over here. Polls up for the next movie night as well in the Discord server. I can't remember the options off the top of my head, but next movie night will be on February 4th, I believe. Okay, I don't think I want this because I've got... Yeah, I don't want that because I have the fireballs, which are just better than thorns. Bleeding minus 260. I don't know if that's really worth it. Because bleeding is never that much of a problem, and I've got plenty of bandages. Sell a couple of med scientifics and get a couple of these. Actually, I'll keep these. And anything else to buy or sell? Not really. He's got two 1911s. Could get one. Wow, the NATO gun is just better than the Abacan. Of course, the Abacan has that beautiful, beautiful burst. I tried to play Call of Chernobyl at one point, but I couldn't get it to run. I may try it eventually. Yeah, Johnny Destiny was just fucking beautifully bad. You should just have a macro set to save every, like, 5 minutes. That'd fuck me. Hey, Ben. Yeah, I remember you.
Get out of here, stalker.
I'm getting out, I'm getting out. Fucking asshole. See if there's any dogs waiting for me. Because I think there's supposed to be 2 pseudo dogs out here. Yep, there's the... Still alive? I think so. Nope. Stop trying to reload! This is why I usually have a shotgun on me. Is S.T.A.L.K.E.R worth it? S.T.A.L.K.E.R is very worth it. I'm playing it slightly modded. But but it's, you know, mostly the vanilla game with some, like, basic quality of life improvements. The gist is open world shooter. The first game has a very linear story, but you can kind of do some, you know, open world fucking around. The second game expanded on the open world, but had a faction system that was really... It wasn't the glitchiest thing in the world. It was a little unsatisfying. And if you chose the wrong faction, or if you sided with certain factions at certain points of the game, it could just end your progress. Call of Pripyat is probably the most popular. Definitely get Jalopy insert. It's so stupidly fun. I almost walked right into that. My first time playing this game, that anomaly killed me so many times because I'd just have W held down when I left an area, and it would just keep killing me. Now, there may be bandits out here. There are bandits out here. Play any other games? Yeah. How frequent are updates for S.T.A.L.K.E.R? S.T.A.L.K.E.R came out in 2007. Freedom, but I would side with Freedom if I really cared enough, but I prefer staying as a loner. Semi. Haha! Nailed him. I think he's the only one around. Yeah, I beat Call of Juarez last night, and that was a... I've played that multiple times before, and I very much enjoy it. Nope, nothing in here. I should have jumped on the other one. I play Call of Juarez. Just an MP5. Ooh, he knows where a stash is. And New Vegas. I haven't played New Vegas in ages, but I may recover that old save. I am so glad that I got the, I'm so glad that I got that scientific suit. And also am wearing anti-rad things. I've played the very first Monster Hunter, and I've played a little bit of Try on the Wii, but I haven't played it in years. My current computer couldn't run the game anyway. Get into character and down vodka. I'm not old enough to drink. Also, I usually don't drink vodka in this game, just because I don't really have any need to. Experience with Dark Souls? Most of the way through the first one, but I've kind of left it to sit for a while, because I was stuck on Gravelord Nito last I played. He is the last Lord Soul I need to get before the end. I have Scholar of the First Sin, and I haven't touched 3. I also play a fair amount of XCOM. There's bandits right behind you, bud.
Follow me. I know a good place for an ambush.
I think they know we're coming. Bud, a little help? How old am I? I'm 20. I'll be 21 in a couple of months. He's still alive. There we go. That was not a fun position to put my wrist in. Oh, he's still alive? Fucking die, you bastard. I don't want to waste my ammo on a fucking bandit. Finally. Yeah, 21's the legal age in America. And no, it's just a... Yeah. Yeah, in Canada, I think it depends on the province. In some it's 18 and some it's 19. Not sure off the top of my head. Technically, I could go to New Jersey and have someone else buy it for me. Pennsylvania is one of very few actual hardline 21 states. Because in the United States, 21 is the legal age to buy alcohol, and states are allowed to have different drinking laws at their discretion. Pennsylvania is a hardline no alcohol until you're 21 state. Damn it, Nathaniel. I'd rather not bring that one bring that back up.
They'll be here soon.
But yeah, in some states it's like you have to have a parent or guardian with you, or you've got to task fit. He got killed by blind dogs. Make mead because fuck the feds. I could. And also be a fucking Viking. But, I mean, I could honestly just hop over the Delaware and drink. Okay, I think the last one is actually the autosave. And keep it civil in chat. Shit, are like the sounds of me chewing going through the microphone? I'm sorry. I was fucking hungry and I needed something, and there was pizza left.
My bullet blow your brains out.
Please, don't kill me. Your partner is being taken to the abandoned factory. That's all I know, I swear.
Okay, scum. You can leave.
Well, that was the last of it,
Don't
so.
let me see you ever again. Hey man, come up here. Help us grab our friend from these bastards.
Honestly, I've never been, like, super interested in drinking. I, like... Oh. Okay, I'm going to reload that because that was fucking bad. Yeah, ASMR is weird. It doesn't make me uncomfortable or anything, it just confuses me a little.
Son of a bitch. Or watch my bullet blow your brains out.
But,
Don't kill me. Your partner is being taken to the abandoned factory. That's all I know, I swear.
honestly, I've just never really cared about, like,
You can leave.
altered states,
Just don't let me
exactly.
see you ever again. Hey man, come up here. There's no time.
Where's the last one? I'm not making the mistake of... Oh, that is a friendly. I totally didn't shoot him. I totally didn't shoot you, man. That was just a bandit. I swear. Yeah, I know it is for some people. I just really don't care. But yeah, I'm like, I've never really been interested in going out of my way for any kind of altered state of mind. Just not really my thing. I mean, like, I'll probably drink, you know, socially if I'm hanging out with people and we decide, and someone has alcohol and offers it. I don't think I'll ever go and buy any. Well, maybe on my 21st. Actually, on my 21st, I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of getting, like, some nice cider or something. Just get some good cider and have, like, a good burger. Not a good burger. Because this is not Good Burger, the home of the good burger. And I will not take your order. It gets brought up in a few of the streams. No idea when the next... Oh, that's a friendly. Did he... Yeah, he shot me for accidentally shooting his buddy. Yeah, next Guardsman Party comes out whenever Shogi has finished enough to release it. I need to quick save once I'm through here. Because Shogi has some health issue, or had some health issues, I think. And, just needed to take a while off, and is now rushing to catch up on work.
Come up here. Help us grab our friend from these bastards. Follow me. I know a good place for an
Ben,
ambush.
I told you.
Thank you for your help.
Stop.
At duty.
Fucking seriously? I can keep going if he dies. I'm just very annoyed with this bit.
Please, don't kill me. Your partner is being taken to the abandoned factory. That's all I know, I swear.
Okay, scum. You can leave. Just don't let me see you ever again.
His name is Bullet.
Hey man, come up here. Help us grab our friend from these bastards.
Ben, nobody else said anything.
Fine. Move it. Well, it's up to you.
I know he's in there. I think that was the last one. I can't talk to him. No sound? What do you mean, no sound? Both of you? If either of you comments on that again, I will mute you. Shit, I think it fucked up the whole... Man. Nobody else is allowed to comment on this, on either of that. Chris, that means you two.
Or watch my bullet blow your brains out.
Please, don't kill me. Your partner is being taken to the abandoned factory. That's all I know, I swear.
Okay, scum. Just don't let me see you ever again. Hey man, come up here. Help us grab our friend from these bastards. Follow me. I know a good place for an ambush. I'll thank you for your help. At duty, we always pay our debts.
Comment on what exactly, Alexander? Just let that be it. Oh shit, I did forget to put this on Discord. Let me fix that real quick. I am in kind of an odd state I'm in kind of an odd state tonight. I don't know. If Discord will stop being slow. So I learned recently, apparently Discord is basically just running on a program that basically just treats everything like a fucking browser window. So it is using RAM for a fucking browser to run a single chat client. What's my favorite drink? London Fog. It is Earl Grey with steamed milk or cream or half and half. Highly sweetened with a shot of vanilla syrup in it. And it is really nice. I mean, I have never had an alcoholic drink before in my life, Nate, so it's kind of hard for me to answer it in that, it's kind of hard for me to answer it in that sense. I think I might have a London Fog coat, too. Got it from a thrift store. It's a trench coat. Fairly nice one. Has a zip-out liner. Okay, I'm saving right here. You don't even really need vanilla syrup. You can use, like, you can just sweeten it a little more and use use a shot of vanilla extract. Works just as well. Nathaniel, not Nate? I can do that. Sorry. Okay, did we get him? I think there's one left. Oh, here's... There he is. I think he's... Yeah, he's still up. Come on, bud. There we go. Bullet, and where's your buddy? Ow. Well, now I've got a friend in duty.
Bullet. Thanks, friend. Hell, I already kissed my life goodbye. Thank this stalker. He's the one who helped me.
A cap works.
Thanks, bro. Come over. We'll talk.
Yeah, I'm thinking shot of vanilla syrup. Cap of extract. And now he gives me a PSO. Thanks, you got my partner out. Here, take this. It's from the bottom of my heart. 1300 and a PSO 1, which I already have. Guess you must know this area well. What's interesting here? To the north, there's a bandit camp. To the east, an old factory. To the southwest, a deserted pig farm. Some kind of gate beyond it. I can't say what's there. Never been that far. Tell me more about the bandit camp. Oh, what about it? They settled in an unfinished building straight north of here. Their leader is Borov, real animal, that bastard. That's why they sent us here. Finish him off. What's in the factory? Managed to find out there's some kind of vault in there. Oh, there's more. Oh. It's just a pseudo-dog. Oh, it's just 2 pseudo-dogs. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to get to see the house today. Factory. There's some kind of vault in there, guarded like Fort Knox. Kind of vault. No, we don't dare step inside. The only thing I know is that Borov has 1/2 of the key to its entrance, so I need to kill Borov. Pig farm, actual pigs. Drooling for some pork chops already, eh? Heck, the zone's full of boars. Take a bite of one of those and you won't be needing a flashlight anymore. That's how bad you'll be glowing in the dark. Alright, I'm kidding. Farm has long been abandoned, and now it's home to some stalkers. They didn't make a good impression on me, though, and I usually trust my gut. What's this gate you're talking about? Can't figure it out. Just an old gate, except it's locked and well guarded. Haven't set foot in there. You 2 went on the scouting raid? There was another guy, Sergey. Don't know if he's gone, and I haven't heard from him. Gang must have dealt with him after all. Favorite dish soap? No idea. Due to your fucking dumbasses. Right, it's just animals out here, so it shouldn't be too bad if I use the handgun. Oh, and he's got some... got another mag of this. Alright. Hey, Gabe. I'm doing alright. How about you? Someone's getting in a fight over there. Believe it's bandits. What attracted me to S.T.A.L.K.E.R? I don't know. I remember one of my friends talking about it at one point, and then I just kind of started looking into it, and it seemed really cool. And then I just started playing more and more of it. And then I started playing it like years later, and then just something about it just drew me in. Something about the atmosphere, the world, the gameplay. Alright, here he is. Shaggy Sergey. I believe he's supposed to tell you a voice line about how he wants to get out. Just save right here. Help, I'm dying. Take off the bulletproofing and put on the rupture stuff. And I don't need this extra endurance. What I need is things to stop bleeding. Shit, I sold the thing to stop bleeding. Okay, I'll keep the bulletproofing. Welcome to the house. I wish I had a shotgun. This house is one of the other infamous sections of this game. Oh, they're shooting at me. Oh yeah, I've got night vision now. Don't want to use it in day. Oh shit. That's not what I was expecting to find in here. Slightly easier to kill, though. I'm trying to use shotguns at range. single? Where'd he go? He's behind there. There's someone. How the hell did you get up there? Someone was just shooting at me with a shotgun. Oh, there he is. That's not a shotgun. There he goes. Come on. Damn it! At least I quick saved. Hey, Targata. For a moment you said infamous, and I forgot I said that word and thought you were talking about the video game series. The house is a little bit infamous, yeah. Right. Take care of these guys first. Yeah. I'll see about taking them out. Yeah. The first time I played this game, my first instinct was, oh shit, someone's in trouble. I'm gonna... Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here. Or, no, my first thought here, I didn't see that message. My first thought was, I need to take out this bandit camp. There's a house right across the way from them. That'll be a great position to take aim and get rid of them. This bloodstain's still wet. There's some, that blood. Someone's been dragged. Then you find this. Then you meet this. That was enough to make me jump. Bloodsucker, and this is why I'm not super terrified of bloodsuckers. They're not actually that hard to kill. Hey, Chaos. Yep. There he goes. There he goes. How many more are down there? Oh, there's a wannabe sniper with a shotgun. And now I'm almost out of ammo for this thing. Which means I'm swapping to the M4, which isn't actually an M4. Original Weapons replaces the names with the actual names. This is an LR300ML. It is based on the on the M16 platform, but is manufactured by a different space Fallout made by not Bethesda. Yeah, Outer Worlds looks good. No, the things that actually really make me jump are controllers, because they're actually kind of difficult. Or Chimera. Actually, no, Chimera aren't that bad. Pseudo-giants are. Okay. Don't see anyone. Wait, shit. I don't need rupture. I don't need rupture protection now. Or really endurance. So I'll toss on... Nope. Yes. That is what I wanted. Okay. Whoop. One over there? No. Oh. This does significantly more damage. Never realized how good this gun was. You gonna play Anthem? I have paid no attention to Anthem. If it turns out to be good, I might give it a shot. No idea if I'll be able to run it, though. Do you play Fallout 76? Nope. I have zero interest in 76. See about using this. I've also been thinking about streaming The Long Dark, because I used to play that a fuck ton. And it would be another fun little, like, open world thing to play. And I know it got a story mode recently, which I heard had some problems with fetch questiness. But they just revamped the first couple of episodes before making the third. So I've heard it's a little better now. I hadn't played them to begin with, so you know. The Long Dark is a survival game set in like northern Canada, I think. It's either northern Canada or Alaska. But you know, super cold area. I wonder what killed him. Super cold area. With, and the setting is like some kind of electromagnetic storm took out all electrical equipment, and so there's another one over there. Just saw him on the bridge. Outer World might be the reason you get a PS4. I mean, you can make a decent computer for a pretty solid computer for, like, maybe a little more than upgrading a PS4. And then you'll be able to use that for longer than the PS4's lifespan. And games tend to be cheaper. I need to get the SUSAT. Okay, I'm trying to... Why is my flash... Oh, it is turning on. It's just too far away. I need to get an SVD or something. But I don't think those show up until much later. A decent comp is 300 or 400? Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, a fairly good computer is, like, 600. Like, I'm looking at making a $600 computer that'll last me for, like, the next decade or so. And also be able to stream games with for a while. So that I can run, you know, higher frame rates, higher resolutions... and less problems with capture software. You'd probably do it like your AR and turn it into a money pit. I mean, if you just like I made this one for about $600 a little while ago, and I was stupid when buying it and bought parts at some of the worst times to buy them, and like spent too much money on a couple of parts. So my computer probably should have been a little less than $600. Or it probably should have been a lot less than $600, I mean. Right now, the only reason I don't upgrade is because I don't have much money to spend on an upgrade. Also, check on eBay for computer parts. With GPU miners, you can actually get decent cards for, like, pretty cheap. And a mining card from someone who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to mining will actually be in better condition than a used card from a gamer, because it'll be at a constant load and won't be constantly, you know, shifting. I think he's still... Double tap. I'm gonna try and keep producing... I'll keep producing content until I can't produce content anymore. In some way or another. Oh no, I did get him. I just couldn't see the little gray dot on the background there. Oh. Yeah, first time I played this, I tried to use those, I tried to use those pits as ways to get through. A mining card is a graphics card that's been used for Bitcoin mining. Or not just Bitcoin mining, but, you know, any, like, thing like that. I do use a motherboard that uses DDR3, but one of my sticks, or one of the slots on it, and it only has 2 slots, I think it only has 2 slots, seems to have gone, because the stick I have in there used to use that slot, but after a year or so, it just, my computer just decided that it was only going to load, or it was only going to register half of, it was only going to register half of the, RAM. Thought I did give you a shout out, man. But yeah, that bit about, like, continuing to produce content was directed in answer to your comment, Wololo. I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. I did. I said, you really just want me to say, Wololo. Wololo. Bigger jump scare than the fucking bloodsucker. Bitcoin mining, Nathaniel, is basically running a high-intensity program to keep... It's basically used to, like, regulate the Bitcoin market, which is what gives Bitcoin its value. Probably be a good idea to swap to this. I'm starting to find more ammo for it. Gopnik down. Yep. Ooh, a flash. Really? Was that just band-aids? What is Bitcoin mining? It's basically just keeping a computer on 24/7 that is running a program that, the fuck is in that? I shot that entirely because I want to know what the fuck it is. It's basically just running a program 24/7 to, or that, you know, it uses, like, your time and energy to regulate Bitcoin, and as a result gives Bitcoin its worth, so people are paid in Bitcoin. They're paid in the thing that they help regulate, basically. That's more or less the gist of it. I'm leaving a lot of stuff out because I am not a Bitcoin expert, but that is the general, like, layman's terms understanding that I have. I do not subscribe to PewDiePie. I've never found him terribly entertaining. And he keeps saying stuff that's, or he keeps doing stuff that's, like, just skirting the edge of acceptable. Or frequent, or, like, occasionally stepping over. What don't I know? I'm not good at physics. I'm not terribly good at math. Yeah, it's why people are basically paid in fraction. It's why, like, a fraction of a Bitcoin is several $100s. Wait, this is breakable too. There's nothing in it, but it's breakable. So, like, when people were touting, you know, how dangerous the dark web is, one of the things that would get shown was, or, you know, you'd frequently see, you know, screenshots of, like, Silk Road or illegal firearms websites, and one of the things you'd see was, like, Barrett 50 cal 10 Bitcoin. And if you don't know how much a Bitcoin is worth, that sounds like, oh, what? You can get it for that cheap? But it's like, no. No, each Bitcoin at the time of that screenshot was like $10,000. Shit. I nearly broke my wrist hitting that quick medkit button. Oh yeah, like, especially since his more recent thing, because recently he promoted another channel that does video essays that is actually like an alt-right neo-Nazi guy. And, like, not like accused of that, like, talks about how he's a red pillar and is an active Holocaust denier. And PewDiePie was like, and PewDiePie, when called out on this, was like, oh, if I'd known that, I would never have, like, brought this up. But it's like, no, dude. It's like, no, dude. Like, it's really clear that he's not, it's really clear he does it in every video. Thought he was right behind there. I guess he's in that room. I should remap it, but fuck! No, even the video, he claimed to have watched a bunch of videos on his channel and said that that was the one he was recommending to people. And even even like the one video he linked, it was mild for that channel, but still really like really creepy and alt-righty. No, he recommended that one video, but he was going through a list of channels that he recommended. Let's try one. I am missing every shot there. Yeah, Nathaniel. It's one of those things where, like, supporters are saying one thing because they don't want their favorite celebrity to be in trouble. Man, these shots are going everywhere. And that's all my regular ammo for that gun, so I'm not going to keep using it, because I don't want to waste it. Yeah, I don't really care about his channel at all. I don't care if people watch him. I just think that at this point, with everything that's gone on, the people who still defend him and say, like, he's totally not. That was all tap fire. The people who still try to defend him are, like, kind of meh. Honestly, YouTube doesn't need a face. And I think anyone who gives a shit about the face of YouTube cares too much about YouTube. It is not. YouTube keeps trying to promote itself as one community, but it really isn't. It is hundreds of thousands of different communities, all built around different channels and different interests. And sure, some of these communities overlap, but they are not one community, and they never will be. And to try and promote them as such is just stupid. And that's why there's so much pushback all the time. And it's why, like, things like Rewind, I think they're bad, not because they don't show, you know, the face of YouTube or whatever. It's because they're trying to promote YouTube as being one thing, when it is hundreds of things. Yeah, it's it's hero worship, which I don't necessarily think is wrong, but I also think some people don't really understand the full consequences of a lot of shit. Like, it's weird, because I don't remember anyone defending Toby Turner when he turned out to be a fucking shitbag. I'm sure there were, I just don't remember them. I mean, yeah. And it's not just ER's videos that have like far or alt-right messages. He's really active on Gab, which is an alt-right social media site for basically for alt-righters who got banned from Reddit. And he just seems like a fucking dick. Yeah, like Toby Turner. I remember like really enjoying, you know, all the old like literal videos, and those were so fun. And I remember watching like a couple of his like gaming videos, but not being super into them. And then it turned out he was like a fucking wife beater. Hey, Doc. Whoa! That was my fault. No, the case wasn't that he raped someone. It was that, like, several exes of his were, like, accusing him of just general abuse. Yeah, no, Gab has like become an organizer site for alt-right stuff. Like there was a recent it advertised it's it kind of advertises itself as being neutral, but has kind of gravitated towards being really alt-right. One girl straight up accused him of rape. That's possible, but others were also just accusing him of generally just being really abusive in relationships, and that was all generally... that's all considered generally accepted, and... or last I checked was still, like, generally accepted as true. I would not be surprised if someone else, like, took advantage of backlash against him to get attention, but it wasn't just one person accusing him of stuff. I also don't necessarily trust videos on YouTube as fact. Like, if I see a news article about it, if I see, like, a news article about it from a source that is citing its sources and not just trying to go, it's wrong because I know this person, and because this person's character would never do this. Like, no, abusive people are, like, known, particularly abusive people, are known for having, like, public personas and, public personas versus actual attitudes. Which makes me a lot less surprised. Which, like, knowing that makes me a lot less surprised. Yeah, I saw a video about the Earth being flat, so of course you're gonna trust YouTube. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, I find, there are some channels that are, like, very solid, but I don't trust any channel that doesn't properly cite their sources, for example. I think I'm just... am I hitting him, or... I am hitting him. Yeah, exactly. The further something goes, the harder it gets. Just like, a lot of people also forget that courts aren't necessarily, or the justice system isn't to prove whether someone is innocent or guilty. It's just to prove whether there's enough facts either way to put them in a cell, or force them to pay a fine, etc. So, unless something's been proven without a doubt, or, like, there is enough reasonable evidence, I don't even tend to go with court findings. Which is why a lot of cases are really controversial. Or it's why a lot of really controversial cases are so controversial. Because there's, like, many fundamentally different ideas of how people view the court system. Some people want it to be innocent or guilty. Some people want it to be based on whether or not there's enough facts. So it's why you'll get, like, cases where someone is, like, almost verifiably guilty, but like, there isn't necessarily enough evidence, or someone, or you know. It's one of the biggest problems with the Phoenix Wright games, for example. People are guilty until you prove someone else guilty. Which is ridiculous. Come on, bud. I know you're there. I'm gonna get jumped by someone else. I want to be behind cover. Everyone has their own definitions of justice. Yeah, just like all of those people who are now going around wearing Punisher things, and you can never tell if they're actually fans of Punisher or if they're fans of mob justice. Because apparently that's a thing now. which I find a little bit scary. Wait. One time I watched, or this is a comment from Deb over on Twitch. One time I watched a 45-minute YouTube video on how the great philosophers were gods. Humanity was brainwashed when the poles realigned, and it's all gonna happen again and again, and thought, this is some top-tier BS, and gave kudos to the dude's imagination. That's one of those cases where it's hard to tell if the dude is imaginative or mentally ill. Like, oh, I recently watched a video. It was Down the Rabbit Hole's video on, or the Down the Rabbit Hole series video on the game, or on the Temple OS operating system, which is just this beautiful series of madness and is kind of depressing in hindsight. Try the night vision. Yeah, it's a little better. It's going to be a little annoying with the whirring, but it's tolerable. I know there's one in here. I know he's in there. Oh shit, that was the wrong button. I wanted the grenade, and I pulled out... Wanted the grenade, and I pulled out the binoculars. Temple OS, it's this bizarre operating system by a guy who was... Oh shit, there's another one. By a guy who was, like, really mentally ill. 4. I thought 4 was grenade. It is. Shit, that was my fault. Yeah, the Down the Rabbit Hole video was really... I was not paying attention. It's really good, and it's really long. It's like a couple of hours. I wasn't trying to put the gun away. I was trying to pull out a grenade, but for some reason my grenade button isn't working. I need to check my controls. It's not a Linux flavor. That's the craziest part. Like... It was made by a guy who is legitimately very talented with, legitimately really talented with, okay, let's try 7? No, 6 bolts, 5 binoculars, 4 should be grenades. I can only pull out a grenade when I have nothing else equipped. Great. I don't feel like I should have been hurt for that, but I will accept it. Have I tried Misery? No, I have not. Please be dead. I think that was him. But it was like totally coded in his own fucking language. Or no, it was either his own language or just he used C to code the whole thing. Or no, it was his own language coded from the ground up, and it had its own... He also coded a C compiler from the ground up to run with it. Everything about it is just insane. Like, it is not the product of a sound mind, but also it's really solid. But the whole thing was built around making weird Bible songs and claiming to be God's next prophet. And he was legitimately very mentally ill, but also super talented. save. But yeah, it's just like really, the whole story is just really nuts. And like, if you ever have the opportunity and just need something kind of long and weird to listen to, take a look at the Temple OS video on Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm very lucky that someone else didn't shoot me. Targets, targets. I know there's targets. Yeah, it's really sad that someone that talented was mentally ill. And the thing being, like, things were basically fine until, like, and he was basically, like, able to do all this stuff, and, like, if you could get him, at one point he was homeless, because there was some really fucked up shit with, like, people online started really screwing with him. But yeah, people online started really screwing with him, and he wound up getting into a fight with his parents and really seriously hurting his dad, because, you know, people would just screw with him so much, and he thought a lot of it was real. But as a result, he wound up homeless. And... oh shit. And, but while he was homeless, he wound up somehow in, like, Portland. It was either Portland or Seattle. But while he was there, like, people would run into him on the street. And they were saying, like, if you could get him talking about coding, he was incredibly interesting and had so much to say and was legitimately really smart. I didn't want to use the scientific first aid kit, but okay. Hey, gotcha. Sorry about that. I did post one. Then again, YouTube is, like, kind of iffy about giving people notifications for anything. I posted one on Discord, though. So it may be worth joining the server and... oh, that was close. Cool. Got another magazine. Someone else just reloaded. Where is he? Is he down there? Is he in there? I think that was Boar. I love this. Does not matter that it's locked. I can just steal shit from inside. They're basically using these as fridges, too. Oh, what's he got here? Take all... oh, shit! Ah! Yeah, the end of it was he jumped in front of a train and, he jumped in front of a train to kill himself. It's just a really sad story. It's a really sad end for just a really interesting person. Who knows? Maybe he was right and he's somewhere else far better now. Damn it, I was hoping for some extra ammo. Okay. Sometimes the stream is happy. Sometimes the stream is fucking depressing. You never know until people start talking. I'm really glad that I've actually, you know, got people in the stream now. Shit! I heard the gun jamming. It just tried to fire anyway. That's not cooking, which I'm... Damn it. I don't use grenades much, so I don't even care. Yes! Got a quick save after a throw like that. I have legitimately no idea, Ben. I think it depends on which part of the... Depends on what area and what part of medieval times we're talking. Yeah, Jalopy is just a really silly game. I've been ambushed. I am the ambusher becomes the ambushee. Medieval Asia? I don't know very much about medieval Asia. Someone just kicked down a door. This is tense. He's behind there. Nope, he's there. Come on. Come on. Show your head. There we go. There's one more out here. I don't got enough 545 left to deal with this. Try good old 5.56. Switch to burst to conserve ammo. Switch to the handgun to conserve good ammo. Come on. Come on. I want to kill you. Every shot missed. Right, I'd just taken him down. I think I'm gonna finish clearing the upper floors before I head downstairs. Okay. I know you're down there. Yeah, my one real complaint about the first one, about the first Stalker game, is that, okay, there we go. One real complaint about the first Stalker game is that you can't repair equipment, which is probably one of the reasons I love Autumn Aurora so much. It adds equipment repairs in. But in the base game, once you're out of ammo, you're out of ammo. Or not out of ammo. Once your durability's dropped, it's dropped. You need to buy a new gun. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you hold down F, it shows you all of the loot that's lying around. Which is very nice. There he is. Rusty, in retaliation to that, and also malevolent agendas, in retaliation to whatever the fuck you said, if someone was mentally ill, even if you're going with that, or if you're going with that definition, if someone was mentally ill, and you could help them by changing the way you talk to them, that's not a hard thing to do, and it's... Thanks for the $2, gotcha. Have a good day at work. I will never understand what is so hard about, like... I will never understand what is so hard about saying something, like, slightly changing how you talk to someone. And how somehow that is, like, an unacceptable change to society. Because why the fuck does it matter? How the fuck does it affect your life? Well, I mean, there is also the whole push about how, like, gender is the term used for, like, mental identification of a person, whereas sex is the term for what parts someone has, and they're not really the same thing. And as a result, it doesn't fucking matter if someone wants to be called something differently, or if someone wants to look different. That's fine. That is them. That is not like that is not somehow changing your life or anything. There's no reason not to just go with it. I may be biased since the last person I dated was a trans dude. It's a lot of vodka. I didn't even say anything close to that, Ben. Damn, I'm carrying a lot. Alright. What can I drop some of? I'm gonna wear this for now and drop that. No, I'm saying maybe yeah. Either way, like, my opinion is it doesn't affect the lives of the people who seem to think that this is some kind of horrible affront to society or whatever, so they shouldn't give a shit. It doesn't somehow... It's like when people were arguing, like, you can't have gay marriage because... what's next? Will people be marrying dogs? No. How do you make that jump? What kind of fucking jump is that? It is just alarmists who want to be mad about something or want to be whatever. And I say, who gives a fuck? Yeah, exactly, Dab. It, like, just like with a it's one of the reasons, like, I think a lot of the whole, like, I think the attitude of, like, considering people brave for coming out, for instance, is a little dumb because it undermines the whole point of normalizing stuff. Like, the whole point is that it should just be considered it should just be considered a person's individual preferences, so it shouldn't be, you know, it's... you know... Sorry, I'm starting to get into that point where I'm, like, saying things that I've thought about to myself for years, and going over, like, conclusions without entirely going over all of the details. But, like... yeah, exactly. As long as you're not hurting other people, I don't care. And I don't think I don't think anyone should. Then again, that's me. And everyone has their own opinions, and I can't necessarily change people's opinions in situations like that. It depends on what the recent controversy is. But, yeah, what I was trying to say, and what I failed horribly at trying to explain, or explain my views on, it was just, like, I don't really know how to, I'm trying to think of how to word this right, because I want to, like, it's not like I don't want to, it's like, I'm trying to word it in a way that makes sense outside of my head. You know? I'm also being shot at, so fair.
Hey, Stalker,
Yeah.
help me out. Open the door to this damn cell. The controls are on the wall.
Oh, controls are on the wall. That's why I can't open it there. Alright, Nathaniel?
Thanks, bro. You really helped me.
I owe you one. Look at what I was able to find. It might prove useful to you. Who knows? Borov, the one who calls the shots, has collected quite a lot of goodies. He's got a piece of the key to the lower lab. Thanks for your information. So I'm going to get back to the other guys. Something tells me we'll be lucky to get out of here alive. Good luck. I've already killed Borov, and I've already taken his key. I believe that they actually programmed it so that he'll stay down there, but the bandits won't go down there so that they won't just shoot him. And even if you fuck up stuff with the other duty members, he'll still be there for you to talk to. So that you can still get the information that Borov has the key that you need. Yes, I'm familiar with the slippery slope fallacy. And my comment, or my intention was like, that a lot of, there is, you know. I'm with insert here. I just feel like... I think that that's a different beast. I think that that's a different... That's kind of different issues, Connor. Those are very different issues that are just kind of being linked together because they sound like they can be linked together. I really think that those are like different issues that are just being linked together because they sound like they can be. That's a good way of putting it, Connor. Just, we're always trying to look to make someone else the other. Right, next up is the X-Lab. There's more bandits here. I think I want to go sell some bullshit before I go in there. Because I know what's going to happen if I don't. No, I think I may be best off heading to Cordon. I'm not... Yeah. Yeah. Second point, let me scroll up a little. Yes, I saw the second point, and my answer to that is it sounds like two entirely different issues that are being treated as one issue. else that'll bump endurance? No. Yeah, I've got 2 endurance bumping artifacts on. Actually, I can take off these 2 to bump endurance a little further. The gates are blocked. Oh, they won't be unlocked for a little while yet. If you have enough endurance bumping things on at once. Yeah, and even then, like, the idea that children are different from adults is actually a really recent idea. It is much better than how things were. But for the longest time, children were just treated as mini adults and expected to just handle it and deal with everything the same way. Which is not healthy for anyone involved. Yeah, I'm gonna have to walk all the way back to the bar. Oh well. Oh yeah, I do think children need to be given a little more responsibility than they are now, but also not quite to the levels of the early 20th century, which was, you're 8, go work in the factory because we need more money. And you're a person, so it's fine to just send you there. Yeah, it wasn't, like, for the longest time, child labor wasn't seen as weird or wrong. It wasn't until people started subscribing to the idea that, children are not mini adults that they started really, acknowledging that child labor isn't a good thing. And that is a good step forward. And the current, like, helicopter parent kind of stuff, that really stems more from the whole, yeah, if kids don't pay taxes, then what good are they? It's really annoying, because, like, once you get a job, if you're, like, 14 is the legal age to work here in Pennsylvania. You do get taxed at 14. You will get it all back if you file for it, but you're not required to file for it until you're 18. So if you don't think to, like, go in and do your taxes, then they just take your money and they just keep it. Hope the game didn't crash. Feel like it might have. I should have saved after I finished clearing out the bandits. Okay, there we go. See you later, insert. Oh, motherfucker. I have too much 9mm. That's what's weighing me down. Yeah, no, if a 14-year-old, has a job, then they pay income tax, because income tax is taken out automatically by businesses. Fuck, I don't know a thing about black holes. What would my preferred stalker loadout be? Oh, well, I'd want something reliable. Something really solid and reliable. The actual AK-74 is actually a really accurate gun. It's accurate, it's easy to maintain, it's fairly lightweight, and the ammo is cheap. How long will I be streaming? Who knows? Something about a German round, but I didn't get anything about that. But the AK-74 is the modernization of the AK-47 that is updated to take 545 instead of 7.62. But the actual version of the AK-74 is a much... It's a very reliable gun. It's... yeah, it goes AK-47, which was only in production for a very short time, and quickly modernized to the AKM. The difference is the 47 was milled and really expensive to make and really heavy, but they're a lot more durable. The AKM was slightly modernized from that. I'm getting some frame drops because it's loading in, everyone. Whoa. That just held on to my fucking... That just held on to my fucking trigger pull there. See you later, Dab. Is S.T.A.L.K.E.R part of the Mutant Year Zero world? No, they're totally unrelated. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is just... No, Mutant Year Zero is based off of the old tabletop RPG Mutant, which got an update called Mutant Year Zero fairly recently, like a few years back. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is based off of Roadside Picnic, which a lot of Eastern European sci-fi and apocalyptic stuff is based on. Yeah, the AK-74 is specifically very designed to be very accurate on full auto. It's not necessarily the most accurate on single shot. Like, an AR will do better if it's, you know, properly cleaned and such. But the AK is not a bad choice by any means. Let's see. I don't need this much ammo. I don't want a jellyfish. Nobody wants a jellyfish. Or a wrenched. Gravier worth it. Gravier just the direct upgrade to wrenched. Got 2 of these, 3 of these, so that's worth keeping. I'll sell a couple of these, because I don't need 10 medkits. They're just going to weigh me down. And this is starting to get too damaged, so I might have to swap it out. I'm going to actually keep with the SSP for now, but I'm going to keep this as a backup suit. Oh shit, I had the flash. But yeah, an AK-74 will do a lot better in an environment with a shit ton of mud and sand because they are designed to be used in the like the entirety of Soviet-ruled land, which encompasses some very widely varied areas. I still call them pen and paper RPGs, despite the fact that a pencil is a better choice. I don't need anywhere near that much 9mm. This seems about okay. Want anything from him? I don't think so. Oh, here's the flash drive Kruglov gave me. Thank you. Not right now. AR is completely closed, so nothing gets in, but AKs are more open, so they need less cleaning. That said, if you're in, say, an environment like the zone, which is full of swamps, I would go with the AK because it's a lot easier to clean when you do need to clean it, and you don't need to clean it very often. And you can fix it with a fucking hammer. Not literally, but that's, you know. A S.T.A.L.K.E.R Scout might also be a decent choice. Its bolt action doesn't need much maintenance and is very lightweight. With the idea being, it's not necessarily the greatest against a human target, but if you stay away from the military, it won't be a big deal. It is, you know, lightweight as fuck, has a decently powerful cartridge, because that's kind of the point of a scout rifle. You know, takes a scope, is pretty accurate. You can the way you take it apart is actually using a bullet. It is designed so that all of the fittings on it can be removed with a bullet. You knew I watched Forgotten Weapons? Yup. But yeah, I feel like the S.T.A.L.K.E.R Scout would be a very good choice for the zone. At the very least, for entering the zone before you can really get your hands on a fully automatic weapon. Once I'm in, if they had L85A2s, I might take them, but L85A1s, no thanks. And L85A2 is decent. Honestly, the XM8 shows up in game, and I have this weird love of the XM8 and the fact that my scope will always hold 0. It doesn't matter. My scope will always hold 0 because it uses a different attachment point. That is literally designed so that you never have to re-zero a gun. It still uses 556, so easy to find ammo for. Shares a lot in common with the G36. Actually, actually no, it's not the XM8 that shows up in game. It's the G36. Or no, maybe the XM8 does. Maybe they both show up. I'm trying to remember. So what about sidearms? As far as a handgun goes, a G-18 if I could, just for a little fully automatic 9mm handgun. Just like a last-ditch effort, because you don't want to be down to your handgun, and if you really are, you're fucked. For melee, Christ, I'd want a spear. In all honesty, I'd want a good spear. Because a good spear with the right spearhead, you can use the spearhead as a knife if you detach it from the spear. It gives you reach. You don't need much training for a spear. Especially when you have literal boars. Hell, I might go with a boar spear, just in case, because those things like to fucking charge. Let me see. Thought I got him for a moment. Yeah, I don't know why I know so much about guns. I've never actually fired one. Well, I fired a muzzleloader. Damn it. I fired a muzzleloader before. There's no reason for this gun to be this inaccurate. I should be able to shoot him really easily from that distance. Yeah, also YouTube doesn't like links. I have a spearhead, and I have... I could have just let him be killed by blind dogs. Now I'm gonna be killed by blind dogs. Yeah, let's try sticking with the handgun for this. Handguns are really more of a mutant killer in this game. They're just not useful against people, because handgun rounds are actually really easy to stop. I'm not even gonna bother picking anything up. Actually, I'm gonna want some anti-rad shit on me. Oh, I do have anti-rad shit on me. I'll also put that on, though, so that I can fucking leg it. I can leg it for eternity. But yeah, good hewing spear. Single or double canister? Well, double canister are generally an upgrade, particularly if one side does have a if they are particularly masks that are made with a proper seal when one side is closed or one side is empty, because that way the idea behind that is that you can take out a canister and put in another canister and not have to worry about fucking dying. I do actually have a gas mask, which is an old Draeger M65, which is a German gas mask threaded for 40mm NATO canisters, so I can still get good modern canisters for it. It seems to hold a seal. Even though I have a fucking goatee, it seems to hold a seal because of how I cut my facial hair. So it's like right around the chin, and the seal is just under where the goatee ends. Hey, DCP. Good to see you again, man. I've been alright. How have you been? Games make them fall off in 300 feet. That's more for balance reasons, and a lot of the time the sniper rifles they give you are closer to DMRs. Like, an SVD is not a sniper rifle. It is a designated marksman's rifle. Because a sniper rifle... Actually, this is what I want on right now. A sniper rifle is made for very long distance engagements with very high accuracy. A designated marksman's rifle is meant for someone who takes on a role within a squad to still actually be with the squad. All of that simultaneously. It was just beautiful. Another bandit fight. This is Shadow of Chernobyl. Kevlar vest or plate carrier? Plate carrier. Actually, particularly, yeah, plate carrier is heavier, but will actually stop a bullet, at least one bullet. Kevlar vest will just, like, it'll stop small caliber rounds, and it'll make it harder to stab me, but not by enough to be worth it. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong... Someone's shooting at me from somewhere. Where is he? Yeah, last time I played it, I was using, a mod called Autumn Aurora, which I'm not using now because Autumn Aurora also adds some extra campfire songs, which are actually copyrighted guitar music, which is a big problem. When the copyright holders don't claim your video, they mute the whole thing. Or, well, they do claim it, but instead of taking revenue, they claim the whole thing. I wouldn't care if they took revenue. I care that they fucking mute the whole thing. Some games do have bolt actions, and a lot of those are, depending on the bolt action, it can be either an old fucking service rifle, like the Enfield or the Lee Enfield or the Kar 98, which are not marksman's rifles by any means, or it could be something like the Arctic Warfare series of rifles. Actually, I mean, the thing that, like, Battlefield 4 got the most wrong when it comes to sniping stuff, while I do applaud them for having, like, really good stuff. Like, it is challenging, but it is challenging, and it's not super rewarding because you're not helping the team at all. I was expecting him to be there and still didn't expect him to be there. I'm just going to pause this for a moment to read comments, because I'm going to get ambushed if I don't. Let's see. Bolt action doesn't make for a good marksman's rifle. No, it doesn't. Most marksman's rifles are semi-automatic, but people will call this the SVD Dragunov a sniper rifle when it's a marksman's rifle. Yeah, generally, like, sometimes a copyright claim, which is not the same as a strike. A claim just means they've claimed that something in your video does not belong to you and belongs to them and was used without fair use. And as a result, they would like to do something with it. Sometimes it's taking ad revenue, which I think is fair in a lot of situations. Not every situation, and... well, I won't say fair. I'll say legal. It's illegal in most situations. Then there's some companies that will decide that the thing they think is the right thing to do in this situation is to mute the entire video so that on top of no one earning anything from it, no one can even listen to the video anymore. Which I'm far less okay with. Yeah, now I'm wearing... I think that was the last of them, but I will keep checking. Just to make sure. Doesn't really matter. They're all going to die anyway and be killed by military when the military moves in. Here's the RPG, which I might... yeah, I'm actually going to take this. For very good reason. I want to say that's this part. Yeah, I'm starting to get up to the weight limit. Companies don't have to legitimize their claims, only make them. Yeah. Although if you you try to appeal and they say no, they have to take it to court. So they have to actually could you just delete the sound files to Autumn Aurora? I could, but I'd have to figure out which ones are from the mod and which ones are copyrighted, which is not something I can really do. Like, I could do it, but it would just be a lot of work that I just don't really feel like is necessarily worth it. And I don't know if they've reprogrammed anything to call on those signs, for example. Now it's time to head into Lab X-18. Yeah. That's kind of it, Nathaniel. Although, you are allowed to represent themselves, or represent yourself. But I believe that, but a company, and in most of these situations, it's a company doing the accusing. A company is not allowed, is by law not allowed to represent itself. I wish I had a shotgun for this. But all the shotguns I've found have been the double barrel, which I don't want for this. I know what's about to come. Maybe I don't. That's not what I thought was about to happen. I feel like my game changed. I was expecting snorks. I got poltergeists. That's actually what those things are called, too. That's called a poltergeist. They lift physics objects and throw them at you. But once there's no physics objects, they can't hurt you anymore. I think something I have installed changed it, because there's supposed to be snorks on this floor. I still get snorks. Please, no. Is that a fucking controller? Is that a motherfucking controller? I want a shotty. There's a snork. Tangible evil I can kill. If I can find it. I don't wanna. I was expecting. I know further down there's a pseudo-giant. Deep breaths. Should have a fucking face cam. I actually started to jump out of my chair. Need music or something. Okay. There's the last 3 times I played this, there were a shit ton of. How did this game suddenly? What do you mean suddenly? Were you not here for Agriprom? There's a snork. The X-Labs are fucking horrifying. I want to break all of the boxes, because fewer boxes means fewer things. No, X-18 doesn't change things. X-18's always the same. Why are the Snorks here now? Where did they come from? Why did I not buy a shotgun? Because no one had one on sale is why. Oh, wait, this... And if you hear that stomping down below, that is what we, in the stalking industry, call a pseudo-giant, which is another tangible monster I can kill. I don't want to pick these up. I want to open these doors so that I know what I've gotten. It's a tangible monster. Damn it. I can kill. Dismount grenade launcher. Drop gun. Mount to rifle. Now I've got a grenade launcher. Ho, ho, ho. Wait, let me just check if it was loaded or not. No. Hey, Albertus. Is there co-op Stalker? There is there's a mod in the works called Ray of Hope. A monolith suit. It's just better than the Merc suit. Cool. If I need to drop weight, I'll drop the Merc suit. Yeah, my horror is the unkillable beast. Ideal long-ranged rifle? I don't really know. If I'm being honest, I'm just gonna bring up the ridiculous fucking rifle that was shown on Forgotten Weapons that used hexagonal bullets. That was made by this insane machinist who wanted to prove that he could make a thing with sub-minute of angle aim. No, that's a burner. Trying to figure out how to get around, because I need to get around. It's been a while since I've played this. What's my favorite weapon and why? That's a tough question. I don't know the confirmation. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I needed to... Cool. It's been a while since I've played this. Right. Huh?
Excellent. I'm glad you have been granted level 2 access. To find out what our lab actually does now, your access code is 1, 2, 4, 3.
Okay. Now it's time to fucking leg it back. minute of angle. It's a measure of how accurate a gun is. Favorite Stalker game? This one. Wait, shit, what did he say? Operation 1243. Nope, wrong button. Nope. Wrong and no. Oh. Which question? Favorite weapon and why? I thought I said that's a tough one to answer, because there's a lot of weapons that I very much enjoy. Doesn't have a night vision. I think I already did. What is that? Right, this level is where you're supposed to run into poltergeists, but one of them was just somehow able to throw things at me from up higher than... This is where I was expecting this to happen, and now I don't give a fuck. There he is. Let's just use this, because he's not... Where'd he go? I will shoot. I can still hear that fucking pseudo-giant down there. Acting all fucking terrifying. Where'd he go? Whitworth rifle? That might be it. Most often used. In games or in... Because I've never picked up a gun in real life. I have a couple of swords. Actually. Come to think of it. Where'd he go? Where do you go, buddy? Where is he? Oh, I guess that doesn't look terrifying. Get back here. I'm going to stab you. Okay, fine, I'll just shoot you. I think there's two down here. I think he's asking what my most used is. I tend to gravitate towards AKs a lot. Playing Battlefield 4, I really enjoyed the AN-94, and what was the one I really wound up using a ton? The L-85 was good, because the L-85 is actually a very good gun, just so long as you have the A2 and not the A1. There. I think there might be one more. Yes, there's one more. Now it's time for him to fucking die. I'm almost out of 9mm. Good thing it's almost useless otherwise. Because nothing dies to handgun. There's another one? I don't remember there being this many. Down there is the pseudo-giant. Of course, the pseudo-giant is where I need to go. Okay, bud. There you are. There, that should be the last of them. What's the general story of the Stalker games? Second Chernobyl incident happened. Now people are breaking into the zone because there's artifacts and things. Another one? Stay dead, motherfuckers. I'm just going to ignore them. It's time for a real fight. I say, as I pull out this thing. Hex bullets and sub-minute of angle. So minute of angle is... Oh. Oh. I thought I was going to have to shoot it again. Nice. I'm cool with that. So minute of angle is a measure of accuracy. And there's this kind of ridiculous... So there was this one machinist in the 1800s. There's another one. Yes, I will take another. I'll take another RPG. What can I do to drop myself down? Because these things are worth enough to take back. I need to drop 2 kilos. Might just drop this. Ten of those would be 1. That's getting beat up, and the monolith suit is just a straight upgrade from the merc suit. Am I sure I want to use an RPG indoors? I only wanted to use it for 1 shot. It's basically used. That's basically the only thing in the game that you really need the RPG for. Second Chernobyl incident, ancient relics. They're not exactly ancient. They're new relics. They're being made. Then we get into the stuff with the secret cabal of Soviet scientists who are still alive and have been underground experimenting for years. Trying to mind control the world. Cool. Oh, I'll take the grenades. Are those 45s? No, 918 plus P plus. Which I believe means, heavier load of ammo. What the hell is up here? Yeah, the Wish Granter. Everyone wants to get to the Wish Granter. And find the documents in X-18. Which are a little bit higher. There's something down there that I wanted. Pretty sure. Pretty sure there's supposed to be another, like, key or something down here. Right, there's the corpse. It's all the way back there. Here he is.
Dear colleague, let me remind you that you will be servicing the tanks in the central laboratory starting tomorrow.
Nope.
You must inspect them every 2 hours. Make your reports directly to me. The code to the central laboratory is 95...
Miss anything interesting? I think you missed me killing the pseudo-giant. What would you wish for if given the chance? No idea. Nothing from the wish granter, because don't fucking trust that thing. It will kill you. Nine 524. Ow. Don't remember if there's anything in here. The brain scorcher. Alright, this thing. Wait, is it down here? Here he is. This thing is a pyrokinetic version of the, what's it called? Pyrokinetic version of the poltergeist. Ah, the first dream!
S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Right. So as you'll remember, the plot of the game is to find S.T.A.L.K.E.R and kill S.T.A.L.K.E.R at the moment.
First floor. Team 3, the main hall. Teams 4 and 5, second floor.
And now someone else is in here. And I've only got about 1.5 mags of ammo. Shit, I've got 3 mags of plus P plus. Or 3 mags of BP. I almost called it bullet piercing. BP is an armor piercing round. Oh. What's up here? I feel like I've been up here before. But I don't remember this place. Oh, nice. I don't really need the rockets. That's a lot of 545. I don't need the anti-rad drugs. Got so many anti-rad drugs. Now I can move again. Grenades! Now I'm too heavily loaded with grenades. Anyways, that weighs 0.5 kilos, so maybe... Yes, I have... Yeah, plus P plus is max pressure. Plus P plus is what they use for... Oh, wait, why the fuck am I carrying 918s? 918s can come in plus P plus. 545s come in BP, which is armor piercing. It's the acronym of the Russian spelling of armor piercing. Yeah, I'll use a couple of these to heal up. I don't need all of this. I want all of that. Damn it. I'm going to use up a lot of this, so I'm just going to, like, drop some stuff and then come back. To drop one, I can move again. And then come back for it once I've used up a chunk of ammo. No, that's a resupply for the worst... That's a resupply for the fight I'm about to have, because it expects you to use up a lot of shit on the pseudo-giant. Unless you lug the RPG all the way down here. Which you might not do. Okay, right. Hex bullets. So it was this machinist who is a really good machinist and decided, it's like, you know, I could make a gun that shoots at sub-minute of angle, which is ridiculous accuracy even for a modern gun. And it would be easier for me to do this with hexagonal bullets than round ones, because I could use the hexagonal pattern to match with the rifling. And it was really, really good. It was accurate enough that the Brits tested it against an Enfield rifle. Not a Lee Enfield bolt action, an older Enfield rifle. Because Enfield was their... was the British arms... the British government's... I'm using grenades. Hope I got more than one. Because there is more than one. Military operatives do not go alone. The fuck is in there? There's so many artifacts. Yeah, it was they were very expensive. They worked really well. I'm about to be hit with a gun in a way I never thought I would be. Either way, gonna swap. But yeah, they used 9mm, or not 9mm. They used hexagonal bullets that were, just because of the shape, able to more easily be fitted perfectly to rifling. And you actually wanted a hard bullet with these instead of a soft bullet like you would normally want, which would expand to the rifling. I honestly thought I'd have them all. Should know better. Yes, that is a gun that I want. Damn it. I'll drop it for now. I'll buy a brand new one later. But yeah, so yeah, the hexagonal bullets, they did testings of this rifle versus the Enfield rifles of the time. And after, I think, 500 meters, I want to say it was, no, it was like after like 1,000 meters, they were still hitting bullseyes with the hex-shaped gun. And they'd stopped testing the Enfield because they knew they wouldn't be able to hit anything with it.
Base was attacked by the military. The entrance to the garbage is blocked, but there is an old road to the south. You can use it.
On the old road, we found our salvation.
Good luck.
The thing in the very basement was a pseudo-giant. It's just, I was using an RPG, and the RPG deals enough damage to kill it in one shot. But yeah, the very accurate one, a few of them actually wound up in Confederate hands during the Civil War. And the Confederates had a specialty sniper team using these rifles who would, in 1864, be able to hit a target from actual miles away. Because they were cost prohibitive at the time, hence why only a few people in the Confederate Army had a few, or had some, because the Confederates were very underfunded, and did not have the money to buy a shit ton of really expensive guns, no matter how good they were. But this one unit, and we still have... Occasionally one of their guns will show up, but this one unit showed up all over the war because they were a small unit, and they'd just be shipped out to wherever they needed more people. Or wherever they, like, needed these marksmen. I don't even care about ammo conservation right now. Yeah, he's gonna make it up here. At the very least, he's gonna try. See you later, Carved Ocean. Just double check there's no more down there. Huh? Oh, he's out on the roof. Maybe? No. He fell through the roof. That was very confusing. It's because there's just a lot. We've got years of design training behind a certain method, and we've got standardized rounds now, which are very hard to get into place. It's very hard to get countries to adopt a new round. And also, it's a lot easier and cheaper to manufacture a soft round than it is to manufacture a very, very hard round, which is what you need when you're using a hexagonal gun. There was a roof on the other side of that window, so he glitched through the floor. I've never been much of a car dude. Where'd he go? About to get shot. I'm about to just get shot for wandering the fuck around. I'm gonna run back down and see how much of that crap I can steal back. I want those rocket launchers. Or I want both of the rocket launchers. I don't know, I just never really got into cars. I know some about, like, weird cars, like the Trabant. I largely know about the Trabant because of Jalopy. Cars were just never a thing I got into. And this is what I get for leaving guns lying around. I get hit with them. Norse history? I know a little about Norse history, but not nearly as much as I'd like. Just ignoring the one poltergeist that's still wandering. Actually, I have tons of ammo. I'm just gonna go kill it. Ow. Where'd it go? Oh, literally right here. Fuck off. There's another one. I think that they're just spawning. Which is weird because they're not supposed to keep spawning. Wish Granter and Stalker and why it's terrifying. It is an object that is located somewhere in the center of the zone. And it is not your friend. Okay, I could drop something. Let's see, what if I... These on their own are a kilo. If I drop these, I can take everything else. Nice. I can have my rocket launchers, I just can't have the ammo, which is fine because I'm just gonna sell them. I have no more need for them. I think that's the only pseudo-giant in the first game. And I have enough endurance boosting artifacts on me that I can just keep walking. Damn. I was really hoping that I could take an Abacan. And it's too beat up anyway. Going the wrong way. And the game is just... So, one thing about S.T.A.L.K.E.R is that it's just kind of... There's bits in it where it has problems with the way it loads things, and it will just fucking... It will just fucking freak out. That said, it's about 3:30 in the morning, and I think, conversation's starting to die down, so I feel like it's about time I call it a night, because I do also need to start getting in the habit of going to sleep at a semi-reasonable hour for class, because I don't have class until the afternoon, but I've still got classes. I've also got work tonight. So, after it loads in this level, I will bid you all adieu for tonight, and go get some rest, and I'll stream again. I'm not sure. I might stream when I get home from work tonight, which would be around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard. I might stream tomorrow after school. Tell I'm getting tired. At least I know. I also just need to train myself to know when to call it quits. Gotta wait for it to load in this level, though, so that I can go to fucking save. Ow! I'm stretching my back and feeling like it's about to break. I've been sitting on this one spot for too long. Oh, I'm from Pennsylvania, Alex. Oh. If this game will just, like, finish loading. The Stalker's load times. Once you're in, you'll be wandering around one or two areas for quite a while. But Christ, are they long when you need to be doing something else. It'll load eventually. I hope. I always get stuck on loading textures for me. I could tell the entire story of the Wish Granter. The Wish Granter is a thing also known as the monolith. It is a big glowing spire in the middle of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Legend says if you can make it there and reach it, it will grant you whatever you wish of it. Except it won't. It's a decoy put there by Sea Consciousness, who are the aforementioned group of crazy Soviet scientists. Armor piercing or explosive? I'll go with armor piercing. As little collateral as I can deal. Yeah, it's just gotta sink. Da 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 da. There we go. Now the load screen is lagging. Or this screen. It's not a load screen. I'm tired and I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Yes, I want to overwrite this file. Okay, guys. I will see them up on Twitter, but I usually don't remember. So, yeah, no. That's the thing. Let's see if I can get back to Streamlabs and actually end the stream. Closing it froze. Good night, Chaos. Good night, phone. I will see you all another time. Damn it, now Streamlabs is fucking up. God, why is Streamlabs such a pile of hot garbage?